The desert wind moves across a limestone plateau, and for a moment, nothing separates you from 4,000 years of silence. Before you rises a mountain of stone built by human hands, 2.3 million blocks, some weighing as much as 9 tons, stacked with a precision that still defies simple explanation. Somewhere beneath your feet, in chambers no living person has fully understood, lies one of humanity's oldest riddles. This is the world of ancient mysteries, places where history and the unknown collide, where every answer seems to open 3 new questions, and where the greatest minds in archaeology still stand, as you do now, humbled by what they cannot explain. The Great Pyramid of Giza has watched over the Nile for roughly 4,500 years, built during the reign of Pharaoh Khufu around 2560 BCE. Egyptologists broadly agree it served as a royal tomb, part of a broader funerary complex documented through inscriptions, quarry marks, and worker settlements excavated at Giza since the 19th century. Yet the exact methods used to move and raise stones of such immense weight remain genuinely debated. Ramps, sledges, levers, and organized labor forces are all supported by archaeological evidence, including the discovery of a workers' village and papyri describing logistics of stone transport along the Nile. What continues to elude scholars is the precise engineering sequence. How ramps of that scale could have functioned, or how such extraordinary accuracy and alignment was achieved using the tools available at the time. Multiple credible theories exist, but none has been universally accepted, and that unresolved tension is part of what keeps this monument so compelling. If you find yourself drawn into these unanswered questions, consider subscribing, because the mysteries only deepen from here. Far to the north, on the windswept plain of Salisbury in England, a circle of towering stones has stood since roughly 3000 to 2000 BCE, built in phases over many centuries. Stonehenge's massive sarsen stones were sourced locally, while its smaller bluestones were transported from the Preseli Hills in Wales, over 150 miles away, a feat confirmed through geological analysis. Archaeologists agree the site held ceremonial and astronomical significance. Its alignment with the summer solstice sunrise and winter solstice sunset is well documented. What remains uncertain is the monument's full purpose. Leading hypotheses include a burial ground, a healing site, and an ancestral gathering place, each supported by different strands of evidence, from cremated remains to nearby settlement patterns. No single theory accounts for every clue, and that is precisely why Stonehenge continues to be studied more than any other prehistoric monument in Europe. If Stonehenge feels ancient, nothing quite prepares you for Göbekli Tepe, rising from the hills of southeastern Turkey. Discovered in the 1960s and excavated seriously beginning in 1994, its massive carved limestone pillars date back to approximately 9,600 BCE, predating Stonehenge by 6,000 years and the invention of pottery, writing, and even agriculture itself. This single fact rewrote assumptions about early human society, suggesting that complex, organized construction may have preceded farming rather than followed it. The site's intricate carvings of animals and abstract symbols hint at a belief system we cannot fully decode. Was it a temple, a gathering site for hunter-gatherer communities, or something else entirely? Archaeologists remain divided, and each excavation season adds new complexity rather than resolution. Before we continue deeper into humanity's unanswered past, if this kind of discovery fascinates you, let us know in the comments which mystery intrigues you most. Across the Aegean Sea in 1901, sponge divers exploring a shipwreck near the island of Antikythera recovered a corroded lump of bronze that would later reveal itself as one of the most astonishing artifacts in archaeological history. Dated to around 100 BCE, the Antikythera mechanism contains an intricate system of gears capable of tracking astronomical cycles, lunar phases, and even the timing of ancient athletic games. Decades of X-ray and CT imaging have revealed its extraordinary complexity, yet no comparable device from that era has ever been found. Scholars generally agree it reflects sophisticated Hellenistic astronomical knowledge, likely connected to the tradition of Archimedes, but the identity of its makers and the full scope of similar devices that may once have existed remain unknown. leaving a technological gap in the historical record that has never been fully bridged. On the arid plains of southern Peru, enormous geoglyphs stretch across the desert floor, etched into the earth by the Nazca people between roughly 500 BCE and 500 CE. Figures of a hummingbird, a monkey, a spider, and geometric lines extending for miles are only fully visible from above, a fact that has fueled endless speculation since their scientific documentation began in the 1920s and 1930s. The most credible scholarly theories connect the lines to water rituals, astronomical observation, and ceremonial pathways used in walking rituals tied to religious practice, supported by nearby offerings and pottery fragments. Yet the exact purpose behind their scale and precision remains unresolved, and the question of how a civilization without flight created images meant to be seen from such heights continues to captivate researchers and visitors alike. Each of these mysteries, monuments raised without full explanation, symbols carved without a written key, mechanisms built centuries ahead of their time, reminds us that the ancient world was neither primitive nor simple. It was intricate, deliberate, and often more advanced than assumption allows. What connects Giza to Göbekli Tepe, Stonehenge to the Nazca Desert, is not confusion but restraint. The willingness of serious scholarship to say, honestly, we do not yet know. Perhaps that uncertainty is not a failure of understanding, but a gift, proof that the past still holds secrets patient enough to wait for us to be ready. And somewhere, beneath sand, stone, or centuries of silence, the next great unanswered question is still waiting to be found.